Hey everyone, it's Kelly. Welcome to a realistic day in the life. It is Sunday. Now this video is meant to be a little bit of satire, so it is just to bring a bit of fun and to show you that I'm not Wonder Woman. Although a lot of people say, how do you get so much stuff done? So Sundays are the day that there are no alarms and I get to have a sleep in, and it's so good. And I probably scroll on my phone in bed for like about half an hour to an hour some days. I am in no hurry to be. And then I sit on the bed contemplating life, and then usually get up and trip over the shoes or the corner of the bed that's there. I probably stumble around in the kitchen trying to figure out what to do, and then figured that the internet really should probably have me dressed if I'm planning on filming myself doing other things. It's now 11:30 and I have wasted half of the day, but as I said, it's Sunday, so yeah. I decided to be organized today and STIRP the bed, because we're going to wash the bed sheets and get those going. I went to put the sheets in the machine and find out that hubby's already started his washing load, so I just left them where they were. Too tired to argue today. So I went and got myself a coffee, and I literally sat down to do nothing for about an hour because I was already in like just not thinking, and I just needed to sit down and chill. Despite the fact that I'd already probably wasted an hour that morning scrolling through social media, I just like to sit down with YouTube. It's become a bit of a tradition. I've got my coffee. Once that kicks into my system, then I can probably think about doing something. Because I couldn't get the sheets in the washing machine, my whole routine was thrown out of whack. And I share this because it's real, and I just hope that someone goes, me too. So yeah. And yet my office is still messy. At the point in time of filming this, it's not important in the grand scheme of other things, so it can wait. I do manage though to collect some dirty dishes from my office and take them to the kitchen, so there's a win. In the meantime, hubby's washing has finished and he's hung it out. He is responsible for his own washing. Otherwise, if you know me, it would go into the machine and then probably sit there till late afternoon. Spoiler alert. Keep watching. I decide crazily that maybe today will be the day that I'll do a fridge clean out and I will film it. So of course I've got the phone one way for YouTube and I've got the phone the other way for TikTok. So as you see here, I'm carefully getting things out of the fridge and showing you bit by bit. And yeah, so we're going to make some butter. We're trying to get good shots here for the video, and then I just decide I'll fix it later. So yes, we have some cream that is here and we're going to make some butter. Got to readjust the mix master into the shot because I realized I didn't get it the first time. This is what being a content creator is all about, and also why some things take me so long, because you realize you do something and I didn't get the shot, I need to redo it. So it's about setting everything up as well, and then also realizing in editing you've completely missed things and they don't make any logical sense at all. But yeah, it's part of the journey. Again, that's why it takes me so long. So of course I need to make butter this morning because 1, I'd planned to do it, 2, I needed to do it for part of a video, and 3, I need some more butter because I'm doing some cakes and that later, and I needed the buttermilk because I'm planning on doing buttermilk pancakes today. Everyone told me that I should put a tea towel over the top of it because it stops the spluttering, and it lasted for about 2 seconds before I got this panic of what happens if the machine pulls the tea towel into the whisk. So I abandoned that idea because the illogical thoughts just entered into my head and I couldn't get rid of it. So I've decided that if there is a mess, I will just clean it up, which was clearly hindsight because I turned this on a little bit too high and we had a massive mess. So in true social media form, we need to not show that because that's not perfection according to all the influencers that are out there. So we cleaned that up and attempt to get on with the day and claiming that perfect shot. I actually have been making butter a lot. I've been very lucky in finding a lot of cream that's marked down, and by the time that I make the butter for the weight and also the buttermilk I have left over, it is cheaper than buying a block of butter. So I've made it, I put it up on TikTok. I got so many people saying I had no idea that's how you make butter. Had a lot of people saying duh, and yeah, my video went viral. It's nearly at 400,000 views. Some positive, some negative comments, whatever. Sadly, with social media, the negative comments are what drive the engagement. So it's not always a positive thing, which is just not good for today's society when everyone's talking about be supportive and kind and happy. And yeah, negativity is what gets the attention. So I just keep doing what I'm doing, which is also why I'm filming this video today, because no one's perfect, especially me. And I just share because I swear if it makes one other person feel like, yay, I don't have it together, hallelujah, then we are twins. You are my soul sister, whatever, because yeah, I struggle at the best of times. And as I said, when I watch social media, I don't see anybody like me. I see people that have beautifully aesthetically houses and young children who are all dressed and well presented and their food is all beautiful and presented, and that is just not happening here. We're keeping it real around here, chicken nuggets and all, as I recently said on a TikTok video. So that is what it is. Thank you to a few people that left comments on the homemade butter video that I did, and they said that they drained all the buttermilk off and then they used a whisk like I've done, and I have done one previously, so I was doing it in the whisk again. But then when they did a drain off, then they put it back in and done another whisk and they got even more buttermilk out, and that really did help a lot. I freeze my butter nearly immediately. I end up probably using it the day or the day after anyway. So for me, I don't know how long it will last because yeah, we use it. But as I said, I freeze it pretty much immediately. But I do know that in the fridge, it only lasts about 3 or 4 days before it starts going a little bit moldy, because I had left part of a block in the fridge thinking, oh, I'll use that tomorrow, and I never got around to doing it, and it was starting to go moldy after about 3 or 4 days. So just freeze it immediately, which is what I've been doing with everything lately, because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to deal with that tomorrow, and I never get around to it. So at least this way it buys me time. Of course, I'm making buttermilk pancakes this morning because just, living that influencer life. Also, it's the weekend and I felt like pancakes, and I was organized enough to actually buy bananas, strawberries and a bit of extra cream at the shops, so why not? Oh, and there's the butter that we made yesterday, because I'd actually made 2 different lots. So yeah, the thing with this pancake batch is I accidentally put triple the amount of sugar in, so it was literally like a cake in the pan. So it wasn't just a pancake, it was a pan cake. You could tell there was a lot of sugar in it, so it wasn't the best. But you know what, that's life. And yeah, another shot of me getting things out of the fridge because it's all content, it's all relevant. Here is the leftover buttermilk that I've put into a Ziploc bag and thrown it in the freezer. And at the point of recording this, because this was a couple of weeks ago, I'm not even sure where it is in the freezer because I've literally just started moving things around in there left, right and center. And so it's probably at the back of the freezer somewhere. So it'll still be good when I eventually need to use it. But yeah, I'm glad I did freeze it because I never got around to using the second lot to make more cakes. I was just too tired by the end of today. So I started cooking the pancakes and then I got super bored halfway through. So I asked hubby to come and cook the rest. I was recording a TikTok at the same time and just taking the mickey a little bit out of the influencers who have everything perfect and they put so much time and effort in. So I was saying, oh, you need to make the pancakes look absolutely perfect, that there's absolutely no fault into them. And then I filmed this part on purpose, that I'm here cutting up strawberries while hubby is putting pancakes on the plate. So it was a little bit of a joke to be like, I do all this myself, because I have seen influencers do that when they're like, I was cooking pancakes at the same time I was doing this, and I literally saw someone cutting up the pancakes and you could tell it was their hands by the bracelets that they had on their wrists, and the pancakes were coming in off the side. And I was like, unless you have 4 arms, I do not know how you're doing that. Do you not double edit your videos to double check that it all looks good on screen? Because everyone knows you can't trust everything that you see on social media, which is also why I'm doing this. This isn't to like call anyone out, or it's just to poke fun at myself and how much time and effort myself I put in to try and edit videos and set things up and tell you guys that life is not perfect. And you know, at the end of the day, if you're still okay wearing pants, it's all good. Every day is not perfect, but together we get there eventually. So we have our breakfast and then we stand here and eat and literally stare into the abyss, because by this point in time I think my energy levels have completely depleted themselves and I'm wondering what on earth I have left to do today. And then as a bit of a joke, it was like, oh no, there's mess in the background. You can't see that. Social media rules. You need to have an aesthetically pleasing kitchen. I wandered back into the kitchen about half an hour later. I've sat at the computer and eaten my pancakes and chilled out on YouTube again. So by now, it's probably like about 2:30 in the afternoon. And I figured that by cleaning up, one, it would look good on camera, and maybe I could add it to the cleaning compilage, which I'm trying to put together, some cleaning videos, so the people that do a bit of a clean along with me can have something. So every little bit helps. And also I figured that I was going to be doing some more baking later this afternoon. If only I had a crystal ball to know that that was not going to happen. But I did know that I needed some bench space because I was going to the shops a little bit later and needed the bench space so I could film part of the grocery haul. Sat down at my computer, mostly on my phone, to do some editing and the usual having to delete a whole lot of photos off of my phone to make more space because I'm always running out of space. I know people say you should probably use a camera, but the editing thing is just way too hard for me to understand. So at least I can use iMovie, which is on my phone. It's just a whole lot easier. And also trying to figure out my plans moving forward for the week and what social media I'm going to post, and I don't ever have a plan. I just kind of wing half of it. So I had to figure out what was going on. And then I suddenly realized that I hadn't actually put the sheets in the washing machine, despite the fact that hubby had hung his washing out like 2 hours ago. So I put the sheets in. I was filming another TikTok and then I realized that yes, it is 3:47 p.m. and I said I was going to Aldi today, so I need to get organized enough to go there. I have to buy some things today because I'm doing a 5 dinners night challenge. And yeah, as I said, this was a couple of weeks ago because I need to film stuff in advance to make sure I have enough time to get everything together because life is so crazy. And yeah, so I filmed myself putting on my shoes and socks. I did not look the best going to the shops. I'm pretty sure it was like about 36 degrees today as well, so I was pretty hot. And then also, by the time I found my bag and I got my keys and I did this and I did that, by the time I got to the shops, it was like another half an hour later. I barely made it. When I did go there, some kind soul had left their trolley here with a coin inside of it, so I borrowed that because aesthetically pleasing. I needed to have the trolley that said Audi inside of Audi to film it for TikTok for the Audi partnership. Everything has to be aesthetically pleasing. I don't mind doing that for work, it's not a problem. But yeah, I was ever so grateful that someone had left a trolley there. And yeah, so grab that. So I did all the shopping, and of course I'm filming and stuff's going in there and I'm changing between phones and moving stuff around left, right and center. And of course it's 4:30, so I am in there with my fingers crossed praying that I can get enough ingredients, because usually by 4:30 in the afternoon there's hardly anything in there. I stopped by the little book section and I picked up a couple of books. How did that get in there? I'll just add them to the list. And then I returned the trolley and I earned myself $1. I actually had asked hubby to hang out the bed sheets because I knew they would finish by the time I was at the shopping, and he managed to do that because he's a lot more organized than me. And then I got home and I unloaded the shopping, and then I had to film part of that as grocery haul and then sort out the prices because I need to look at the serving sizing and then do all the behind the scenes for that. So we had a roast for dinner and I filmed part of the prep for that. So it seemed to take just as long to film that because you're filming horizontal for YouTube and vertical for TikTok. I think I said the other way around before, but either way, one way and then the other way. And you have to remember which phone is where and what's going on. And yeah, and I probably then sat on my bum for like the next hour or two after that. And then I decided that I probably really should clean the kitchen because I'm hoping then that Monday I'll have a productive day of doing some more cooking and some cleaning and bits and pieces. Yeah. And so I'm in the kitchen dancing away again, and I'm again filming for a TikTok because I was showing everyone how put together I am. Not. And how much time I waste dancing in the kitchen when I'm meant to be cleaning. So again, I was just filming it as a little bit of a joke, and then I do put it onto a proper record and speed dial, and then I cleaned myself cleaning, and that was about 30 seconds worth of footage, and then that went up to TikTok just to inspire everyone and also just use it as a bit of a leap. So if people are on TikTok and they really want cleaning videos, they can come over here to get longer form content, which is what some people have said. They like the quick little edits I do on TikTok, but they like to come and see me here on YouTube to watch longer form content. I find that on TikTok, I have to be very quick and snappy and get my point across because people have very short attention span, yours truly. Here on YouTube, I can tell a story. so I can really talk to you about what's going on. So as you can see, it is like 11:20 at night, and we took quite a while to finish filming and cleaning. So I've just included some of the bloopers here because, of course, there's just not cameras in my house all the time. This is not Big Brother. You need to set things up. So I'm like, okay, you need to film yourself waking up. So I put that into place and then realize I don't actually have my phone next to me to do the thing because I'm using it to record myself. So I had to run down to the office and go and grab my phone and then come back and then set all of that up again. Day in the life of a content creator, it is always crazy. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you have enjoyed it and had a bit of a giggle. So yeah, I appreciate you for being here so much. I really do. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.